what was kind of unique about this one?
Well, you never the cliche. Every case is unique, but
Yeah.
this one was a little odd. You don't see a lot of, or we don't see a lot of cases where children are forcibly tattooed. That's kind of unusual. So um, that alone was pretty unique identifier on that case, and something we obviously took very seriously.
Yeah. And have you been on this since it started, or?
I This case happened, I believe, in 2023. I've been working here since the summer of 24. The case was originally scheduled for a bench trial back in January, but Mr. Farr decided to plead open to the court and have the court decide the sentencing. So I've been familiar with it for about 8 or 9 months.
Yeah. And I mean, we kind of heard the argument in there, that probation would have been punishment, or something else would have been good enough punishment. Why didn't the state agree with that?
I think the reason the state was against probation because I think that the message it would have sent to the community that if you tattoo children, then you just get probation. I don't think that would be an appropriate sentence. I think Judge Cassoffer's ruling, I think it was entirely appropriate given the circumstances and the context of the case. This type of crime simply can't go unpunished. To forcibly hold down your own children and tattoo them is completely unacceptable and will never be allowed in Angelina County.
Yeah. And we heard another argument of maybe they just didn't know that this was a crime. When you guys hear that, what do you guys think about that?
I it's it's it kind of makes me laugh because we all have that human instinct and human nature is to know when something's wrong, and you know you have to be 18 years old to get a tattoo or 17. I don't have tattoos. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
You're right.
to you, there's a certain element in every one of us that what we're doing is wrong. And to hold a little girl down and give her a tattoo, for him to not think that was wrong or not okay, um, just goes to show, I mean, his nature and who he really is.
Yeah. And tell me what his sentence was. I wrote it down, but I just want to be sure.
So count one was unlawful restraint of a child. Judge Castle sentenced him to 24 months state jail. Counts two, three, four, and five were injury to a child causing bodily injury, which were third-degree felonies. He received 5 years on each count, all to run concurrently.
Wow. Why do you feel like that is the proper punishment for this?
I think all decisions we make have consequences, and given the nature of the crime, you have children who weren't able to stand up for themselves, weren't allowed to fight back, had their mouth duct taped shut, were tied up. Given the nature of it, and to do that, I think it's entirely appropriate to, um, finally, incarceration. I think is the right answer here because it, like I said, there are consequences for your action, and given the severity of it, I think it was entirely appropriate.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to add that maybe I just haven't asked about or just might have missed about this case and getting to this moment?
Um, Anything you haven't asked?
Yeah, or I might have missed.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think it's an appropriate punishment. I think it sends a message to the community that we take crimes against children very seriously, and if you hurt children, then you will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law.